Hey guys, I got something cool. I got the One Wish Willow.
Ooh, all right.
Nice.
What are you gonna wish for?
What are you gonna wish for, man?
Yeah, what do you wish
Let's see. I'm gonna wish for. Let's see. I wish for $1 billion. What? Break. No. Fucking thing is worthless. Cue the intro.
You know not when the sky is falling. You know not when you feel self written too late. Cryptic stories only told unending. Teaching what we shouldn't know.
I was enjoying the song.
But also, jokes. It's still in here.
No one broke the willow yet, man. Can't trust that thing.
No, you can't trust that, especially after watching this. But
Yeah.
anyways, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of Horror Hounds. We're on episode 20 right now, and better late than never, we're finally here to talk about Obsession.
Woo!
Since my theater finally got it last weekend, and I was finally able to see it, so why the hell not? Why the hell not talk about it? So, of course, you guys know my co-host. It's Mike, also the watch-along co-host. What is up, my brother?
Oh, just the same old, brother. I had a nice, relaxing day today, so I'm happy to be on actually doing something today. But yeah. What about you, man?
Nothing too much, man. I mean, had a long day at work, but this is always the thing I'm looking forward to on my Wednesdays. Like, whether it's a day off or if I'm actually working, this is always the thing I'm looking forward to. Just getting to talk about horror movies.
Hell yeah.
So, and we also got a couple of special guests tonight, and they are no strangers, not only to the channel, but also to the show. Of course, returning from episode 7, I believe, when we talked about best representation of African Americans in horror films, Zach Goldborn. What is going on, man?
Was 13 episodes ago? That's crazy.
Crazy to think about, man.
I'm doing good, man. I had a long day at work, so I'm excited to talk about horror films with you guys. It's going to be a really good reprieve.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And our other guest tonight, he appeared on last week's episode talking about our favorite horror franchises, is Michael Entity. What is going on, man?
No, don't do that. God. I thought we were having a nice stream. That was
a little too accurate for me.
That was good. That was good, man.
Hey, I'm doing well, man. That was a lot of fun to do. That wasn't even planned. As you were introducing people, I'm like, I'm just gonna stare at the webcam until my name is called, and then just say that and just wait for everybody's reaction.
You got me.
But I'm doing good, man. It's been a long day at work of just moving furniture, so I'm just ready to talk about a movie that, even though I've only seen once since the theater, it's still pretty damn fresh in my head somehow.
Yeah, I've actually already seen this one twice. I went and saw it on Friday, and then I saw it again the next day because I was like, it's that good. I have to see it again.
Really? You saw it twice? Okay, fine. In the words of Christian Bale, oh, good for you. I can't wait to see it again, man. I hope it gets a physical media release soon. Hopefully, it doesn't become a Barbarian situation.
I think it will get a physical. I think it's scheduled for sometime next month.
Yeah.
Okay,
we'll see. But we got a couple of people already in the chat. We got Jules in here. What is going on?
Jules.
And we got my boy Noah Kaser. What is up, Noah? And I want to shout out Noah for the intro because he helped make that intro. So thank you so much for that, man. I really appreciate you. He said someone, and it says, I like that intro. Someone deserves a raise.
He said somewhat. He didn't say who.
Well, he said jokes all jokes by the end of that. So, but again, got to shout out Noah for that awesome intro.
Hell yeah, appreciate it, Noah.
All right, guys. So, but before we start talking about Obsession, we always start the show talking about some recent horror watches. So, if you guys have anything you want to talk about that you watched recently for horror films, go right ahead. So, Mike, go ahead and start us off, man.
All right. So, What day was the stream last week? The 10th, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So since then I have watched Cabin in the Woods, which was a good time. I just don't like the ending very much. I rewatched it, but yeah, It Follows. Gets better every time I watch it. Honestly, I enjoyed it a lot more than my last couple of watches this go around. And then I went to go see Evil Dead 2 in theaters. That was a really fun time.
Groovy.
Hell yeah. And then I rewatched Phantasm, which is one of my favorite horror movies. And then I rewatched Scream 7, which
Ugh.
everyone loves, right, guys?
Oh yeah, best movie of the year.
Did you buy the cheap version or the expensive version? I saw your Instagram story.
Oh, yeah, I bought the cheap version.
Okay, good.
Let's see.
Good.
You should have bought the DVD. It didn't need that much money.
Low key, I mean, I have all the other ones on DVD anyway, so I might as
That's
well
the
have.
expensive. That's the expensive version.
No, the Steelbook that was $40.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
The steelbook
Seven.
was, yeah, $40 for that steelbook. Hard pass.
But it looked nice.
His
I'm not gonna
Instagram's-
lie, but-
Your Instagram story is funny. What should I do? Buy the cheap version of a shitty movie or buy the expensive version for a shitty movie?
Hard
Yes.
choices to make.
A lot of
Decisions.
hard
All right, Mike, is that all you got?
Yep.
All right, Zach, what are some of your recent horror watches?
Oh, see, haven't seen too many crazy ones lately. Lee Cronin's The Mummy. That was a fun time. Disgusting, really gross. No Brendan Fraser, which I was a little disappointed, but still had a really good time.
We're getting that next year.
Oh yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
So that was really, really fun. I saw Cold Storage. I didn't get to see it in theaters. I watched that. That was pretty fun as well. I always love a zombie film. And Backrooms. Obviously, we're not talking about that today, but I saw Backrooms in theaters, and that was really interesting. Because I went in not knowing anything about the lore or anything about the director or anything, and it creeped me out for like 90% of the runtime.
It's a very
One of my
active
biggest
series.
fears is I got stuck in a department store when I was a little kid and got lost. It felt like I was in there forever. So that's what it kind of felt like. It brought those fears back
Yeah.
up again.
Yeah.
And yeah, that found footage moment in the movie, which is not a spoiler, terrifying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah, both of them. Like the one at the opening, and then like one like towards the middle, like when Clark is like investigating the back rooms. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
So good.
what the fuck is happening?
So Zach, I'm assuming since you had that fear of being lost in a grocery store, it probably would have been worse for you if you were actually trapped in the back rooms as a kid.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. I would just
Yeah.
lay down and let the monster take me. Just take me. I'm not fighting this.
Like I give up. I give up at this point. There's no
I give
hiding
up. I'm not
places.
going to be knocking
Like,
on
no,
the walls.
no
looking for
saving
the
me at this
portal.
point.
I'm done.
Like, I'm not even gonna find the portal back, so I'm just here.
Yeah.
All right. Any other ones there, Zach, or is that all?
That is it for right now. My next one I want to watch is Oakham. Heard good things about that.
That is
It's
a
really,
good
really good.
Definitely check it out, dude. All right, Michael, what do you got, good sir?
I just have one, and while it's not considered a full horror film, it has enough suspenseful scenes to be considered like a horror thriller or something, or sci-fi thriller, and that is Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. Never seen it until last week.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
Now I got to admit, I've heard very mixed things about the movie. I've always wanted to watch it. Of course, I've seen the beautiful Ice Cube version that came out not too long ago.
Come on, y'all. It's absolute cinema.
I mean, what we're doing right now is essentially what the movie was.
Yeah.
But
It was you?
It was you.
No.
Like
Okay.
it's just Ice Cube just basically on a live stream. That's basically what he's doing.
Yeah, definitely, dude. So yeah, I watched War of the Worlds, and I gotta admit, I really, really enjoyed it until the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
well, and I also I think he's okay in some movies, but I've always hated him just as like his performances, not as a person. I can't fucking stand Justin Chatwin. I just can't. I liked him in Shameless. I think he's hilarious in Dragon Ball Evolution. If you guys ever want to watch a really horrendously bad one that he did, that apparently a lot of people my age actually have fond memories of, it's a movie called The Invisible. It is a gargantuan piece of garbage of a movie, and he's in it. But yeah, he is so annoying in War of the Worlds. I feel like it should have just been Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning. In the movie, he randomly just becomes obsessed with the military and is begging for Tom Cruise to let him go. And since Tom Cruise is the father of the year in the movie, he just lets him go. I'm just saying this, man, because Dakota Fanning is getting kidnapped by two people that are trying to save her. I don't give a fuck who you are and what's going on in the situation. If I was the father, I would be like, hey, look at me. I'm grabbing you by the arm. Let's go get your sister. I don't give a fuck. You're coming with me. It's just, and then Tim Robbins comes out of nowhere. Why? Because he's famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the first two acts of the movie are A+ material. Maybe I might have to watch it again. Maybe I'm missing something, but did the aliens not just die just randomly for like no reason at all? Who knows? That'll be for a different video. But yeah, War of the Worlds, enjoyed it, but last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry for my loud
though,
rant.
Nah, man, you're good. You're good.
The aliens in that one are kind of horrifying though, like the horn that blares every time they see.
Oh,
yeah.
I think the tripods, those are the scariest that they've ever been. Like, even though it's PG-13, when it vaporizes the people, it's actually fucking scary. And it fucking nails it. It's just, there's just certain story elements about that movie that just don't really work for me, but yeah, it's pretty scary, man. Hopefully one day we might get another great War of the Worlds movie. But it's in the public domain. Anybody can make one.
Yeah. Just hopefully, like you said, another good one. I got a few that I can talk about. I mean, mainly two, actually. I didn't go to the theater to see it, but I did also rewatch Evil Dead 2. It's a classic. Best Evil Dead movie. It's close, honestly, with the original for me, but I still think it's the best one. And then, like I said, I've seen Obsession twice, and then on Monday night, I decided to rewatch Halloween 2018.
Okay.
Oh.
Just out of the blue?
Just out of the blue, man. Like, I was just looking for something to watch, and I was like, I haven't seen this for a while. So, sure, pop it on. It rocks, dude. Yeah. It's awesome.
Minus the weird subplot of the doctor who's just obsessed with Michael and just decides to let him go. What was he planning on doing the next day when he went back to work?
You tell me. Tell me.
I still like 2018 though. I still really like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
What was the doctor? Sartain, right?
I think so. But Useless Skills is in the chat. What's going on, man? Says, came to show some love, can't stay, but I agree. Fuck Dragon Ball Evolution. Don't know how that caught us straight this entire combo, but always fuck me. Yeah. We also got Prince in the chat saying, funny thing is, Mike is here and you're talking about Obsession. Mikey Barker in the house. Prince has been giving him like that. Has been giving Mike like the comparison that he looks like Curry Barker, and I mean, it is a compliment.
No.
You could be his little brother.
No,
I mean,
he looks like no. You literally, Mike, and this is a compliment too. You are a hybrid of Curry Barker and Cooper Tomlinson. That's a compliment.
I see it.
It is a compliment, bro.
Do you see it? Do you see it?
Yes.
That's a.
So you said Cooper. I was like, oh my god.
No fucking way.
I didn't even realize it when you said Curry Barker, and I was thinking, I'm like, it just popped in my head.
There you go. Hybrid. That was a good one.
All right. I'll take it. It's better than Jeffrey Dahmer, so.
Who called you Jeffrey Dahmer?
Jeffrey Dahmer. The actor that played him, or like the real?
No, actually, Jeffrey Dahmer.
The real guy.
Oh no.
No.
I thought you were talking about Evan Peters.
No.
Cut there.
Oh, God.
Cut.
Did
Cut
you
right
fight
there.
that person? Because I would have fought him on the spot.
I have had so many people call me that at this point. It's kind of hard to keep
Just
track of it. So.
just because you have glasses and blonde hair.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, man? Like, cut that shit, bro. Like,
There's more.
The
There's more I
fuck?
could say. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
yeah.
yeah.
I definitely see that
I see
for
that.
sure. All right.
Anyways, that was funny.
All right, let's talk our quick spoiler-free thoughts for Obsession before we get deep into spoilers. So,
Mhm.
Mike, you want to go ahead and start us off?
Yeah, sure. So I've seen this one twice as well, actually, and it got better on the second watch. The more I sit on it, too, the better it gets. It's one of those movies that just like keeps you thinking after you leave the theater. Like, I remember the first time I watched it, I couldn't even put up my review until like 3 or 4 hours after I ended up seeing it, just because it was like, that stuck in my head, and it was just like, even though I was at like I was at a concert festival, I like the whole time I was like, man, that movie was good, wasn't it? Damn, that movie was good.
You weren't even paying attention to the actual concert.
No, it's just like you got Pierce the Veil playing over here, and it's just like, damn, Obsession was really good, wasn't it?
So you were thinking of Obsession while Vic Fuentes was in the stage going, "Please won't you push me for the last."
Yeah.
I can't sing the whole song because of copyright.
Right. Yeah.
You told me think about it. Well, I did.
That's awesome though.
That's great, dude.
No, that was like the entire festival. I was just thinking about Obsession like the entire weekend. It was so good. It just stuck with me, and it's got so many creepy moments, so many good performances. Like, it's absolutely like one of the best movies of the year. I think behind Bone Temple for me, it's my favorite, just because Bone Temple means a lot for me as a fan of like that franchise. But it's like neck and neck, honestly. They're both incredible movies. So, yeah, love Obsession.
Heck yeah.
And that's all I got.
All right, Zach, what are your thoughts?
Similar to Mike, this movie stuck with me for a long time. I knew I loved it, but I didn't know like what range. I started it with like a 3.5 in my head, and then it was like, I don't even think I could really rate it right now. And then the more I thought about the movie, it just kept getting higher and higher in rating. And I was like, it can't be better than Project Hail Mary, can it? And eventually I said, no, it's my favorite movie of the year, because just felt so fresh compared to a lot of the things that I've seen recently. I've seen like 47 movies this year, and this felt like the most original, even though we've seen everything in this movie kind of seen something like it, but it's the way it's executed. The fact that we're seeing fresh faces, like actors that we don't really see in mainstream movies like that, and a director that, just kind of came out of nowhere. It just felt so fresh, so fun. The fact that even though the ending was so messed up, but I didn't feel... Sometimes you watch horror movie and the ending is so messed up and you just feel heavy and like sad about it. This one was messed up, but I didn't feel like that. I felt like I felt satisfied.
It was
and I think
good kind of messed up.
Yeah. And I think that's the point. Like, the movie was just so satisfying. And it's rare that you see a movie that every swing it takes, it executes. Like, every place it went, I was like, thank you. Because I would have been like, oh, I wish they would have did this, or I wish they did that. But they like hit every point that in my mind would have went like, oh, I wish they did that more of that. They hit everything. So yeah, this movie is so damn good. And Inde, obviously, just like, I was absolutely blown away by her immediately. I was a fan of her from Superman and Lois, but this is another level for her, and I can't wait to see her in more.
Yeah, she's gonna be huge.
Hell yeah, man. 100%. Michael, what are your thoughts, man?
So like I was saying earlier, even though I've only seen this movie once, it's still very fresh in my mind. Have you guys ever done that where maybe you've seen a movie, you loved it so much, and even though you haven't seen it since it came out, you still have like the full memory of that movie in your head? That's what Obsession was for me.
Yeah.
Obsession. This was one of the few movies. I mean, when I watch horror movies and a jump scare happens, sometimes I'll be like, "Oh shit, okay, like that scared me just from how loud it was." And they do the same thing in this movie, but it almost feels like every jump scare makes sense. It's just, and you know, like Zach said, this is not a wholly original idea. The idea of a "be careful what you wish for" story. We've seen that many times. Hell, there's even a fucking Goosebumps book about it, literally called "Be Careful What You Wish For."
Yeah.
Right.
It's also the name of one of my favorite Bad Omen songs, but we'll not get into that copyright. But but yeah, no, this is just a really awesome movie, and I feel like it's a movie that even if you're not a horror fan, minus some of the gore scenes, which we'll get into, of course, once we get to the spoiler talk, I feel like this is a movie that anybody can watch. I mean, our good friend Zach Milne watched the movie and he loved it. And we got to remember about Zach, guys. Zach does like horror movies, but to an extent. But the fact that he loved Obsession made me go, Zach, maybe you're finally ready to watch Terrifier. And he said, no.
No, do not do that to him.
Cut right there, bro.
Don't do that because you guys did that to me, and I have been traumatized ever since.
Okay, fine. Fine. Then I'll say this to Zach and then the other Zach. Maybe you're ready to watch Martyrs. I'm just kidding.
Oh, wait, no. Whoa. Hold
But
it
no.
right there, Michael.
Exactly. But I think
Maybe
Obsession...
high tension.
Hold it.
Maybe
Okay, but-
high tension.
But
Not
in,
more.
but in general, I think Obsession is a perfect balance of like the extreme fucked up horror that you see on like that horror iceberg where you see movies like High Tension, Martyrs, Serbian Film, and all that stuff. But it doesn't go too far to the point where it just becomes a schlock fest or a grindhouse type of movie. It feels like there's a purpose to it whenever those crazy scenes happen. And I feel like people could really enjoy this film. I hate to say it. I think my mom might even enjoy this movie. And that's saying a lot. Because the furthest she can only go is The Shining.
Oh wow!
Wow.
And I just heard her laugh in the background at me saying that. Love you, Mom. But yeah, I loved it, and I cannot wait to see it again. Hopefully I can see it in theaters, which is doing pretty well. So I'm assuming it's probably going to be in theaters for a while. Same with Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's getting the full 45-day window, so you probably will still be able to see
Wow.
like. the
Yeah,
next 2 weeks.
I think you're good, man.
Well, congratulations, Curry.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy like how well this movie is doing. Like I thought it would do well, but not up to like, you know, highest grossing horror movies of all time. Like it's nuts.
It's insane. It's made more money so far. It's made more of money than the It remake, which is the highest grossing horror movie of all time.
Insane.
That's insane.
Well, yeah, like it ended up in the top 10 of highest grossing horror movies, and I'm like, how did this happen? How did this happen?
I think it's coming back. I mean, I remember I had a discussion when we did a live hangout once, Luke, you know, maybe a couple of years ago, where we talked about how the reason a lot of those indie horror films from the 80s and 90s that a lot of horror buffs love, that was back in a day when it was a lot easier to get movies like that out there. Like making a movie like Basket Case would not be as popular as it was if it came out today. But Obsession and Terrifier proved us wrong because they are both very low budget horror films that could have easily just been thrown on streaming or on DVD. But the fact that a lot of these studios now are actually having faith saying, hey, let's do exactly what happened back in the day. Kevin Smith made a movie for $20,000. Miramax picked it up and gave it a full theatrical release. Let's do this again. And they did it with Obsession. And I cannot be more happy for Curry Barker, just in general. Even if I didn't like this movie, which is obviously not the case. I love this movie. Even if I didn't, I would still give him so much praise. I'm so fucking happy for him. And he's also a film school dropout too.
There you go. There you go.
A part of the reason why this is so successful is that Gen Z is finally starting to get catered to. I think for the last maybe 10 years, they've been trying to cater to people my age and above. Because I'm the oldest person on this podcast right now. And they've been doing like remakes of old stuff that I grew up on, or maybe even before I was even born. They're like regurgitating the same stories over and over, and people who are younger than me, 10, 15 years younger than me, don't want to see that shit. They want their own films, right? Like when my parents grew up, they didn't want to watch the movies that their parents watched. They wanted their own stuff with their own memories. And for a long time, they were not understanding that. But there's been this moment going on with things like Bring Her Back, Talk to Me, Skinamarink, and a couple other horror films that I think, you know, and like Minecraft and Friday Nights at Freddy's have bring in teenagers, 20-year-olds into the theater. And Obsession came out at the perfect time where all those people are like, let's go to the movie theaters and support movies. Streaming is bullshit. Let's keep like supporting the movies we want to see. And Curry Barker already had a following online. I think it was just a mixture of all the perfect things that you could do at the perfect time. And the movie was good, right? Like the movie actually was also really good at the same time. So that helps.
Yeah.
Because Passenger
100%.
could have capitalized, but it wasn't good. So
I gotta give a big shout.
Melting. Yeah.
I gotta give a big shout out to my boy Justin, who works at Horrormonger, which is a horror movie shop in Arizona. Shout out to Justin. And I love you, man, but he is the only person I've ever met so far that watched this movie who legitimately actually hated it.
Wow.
Yeah, he was very
shocking. That's actually shocking.
He's very hard to impress, and he's a huge fan of giallo horror. He loves Italian horror. And I'm like, dude, like, go check this out. But he legit didn't like it. I'm like, really? Like, what was it about it? He's like, maybe one day I'll invite him on a show and have him explain himself like a fucking interrogation. So what is it about Obsession that you just didn't? I don't know what it was. He just said he literally told me, he's like, Mike, I don't know, man. I really tried. I just couldn't get into it. I'm like, but you hated it. Wow, that'll be an interesting video to make. Why do you hate Obsession?
Yeah,
this is not. I'm not throwing you under the bus, Justin. You know I fucking love you. I'm just letting you know.
You're wrong, but I love you.
I like having different opinions out there too. Like, not everybody has to love something. So I am curious to like the people who I've seen some people that said it's okay, but hate is I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah,
I've seen like 2 people that I follow on Letterboxd that actually like really didn't like it. I think they gave it a 2 out of 5 or something like that.
I've seen one person I follow on Letterboxd give it a 1 star.
I've seen some of those YouTuber movie review like trolls where like they don't actually like really talk about the movie. There's this one guy that would post like little shorts where he would just talk about like the big movies that everybody's loving. He'll be like, "Hey guys, I went to go see Top Gun Maverick and it's bad. It's really bad. Like this is just, I don't know what the hell Hollywood is doing. This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen." And then he said the same thing about Project Hail Mary. I'm like, okay, you're just trolling at this point, man. Like, there's no way.
It's kind of like the same ones I've seen for Backrooms, where like people are like walking out of the theater like, Backrooms is the worst movie I've ever seen. 0 out of 10. I'm like, you ain't even seen half the shit that we watched. Like, if that's the case, like, if you really think that Backrooms is like the worst thing you've ever seen, you ain't seen half the shit that we have watched.
You haven't seen half the stuff that's come out just this year.
Exactly. Like if we talk like worst, have you not seen Psycho Killer? Have you not seen Return to Silent Hill?
Okay, this is not a horror movie, but it was horror to watch. Mercy. That movie was terrible.
Luke enjoyed it.
I think I'm one of the only people that actually enjoyed it, but I get what you're saying. I get it. But what else is up? The Strangers Chapter 3, for crying out loud.
God, The Bride.
Rough to watch.
I forgot that it came out this year. I got so much. I've been getting so much crap on this Film Buffs Facebook page because I legit loved Disclosure Day, and that movie's getting a lot more hate than it is love. And I'm like, I understand the criticism Disclosure Day had, but people are saying it's a 0 out of 10, and I'm like, really?
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Spielberg. I loved. Did you guys see Disclosure Day? I know Mike saw it. I loved it. I really did.
I saw it too. I loved it.
I had a great time with Disclosure Day. I'll say most of the bad negative reviews I'm seeing is people's expectations based off marketing versus what the actual movie is, and not the critiques of the actual film that they got.
They were.
So I think this film is going to be loved a little longer. Like further away we get from the hype, I think people will rewatch it and like it.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
I think well, I mean, think about Close Encounters of the Third Kind. When that movie came out, my mom said it was huge, but a lot of people didn't really enjoy that film, but it's gotten more love over the years. So maybe Disclosure Day will be like the modern Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Maybe we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, could see that. But anyways, to get back to Obsession, talk my spoiler-free thoughts. Like I said before, I've already seen it twice, and I loved it even more the second time. Like, it's incredible. Like, I don't remember the last movie I watched that it were in a theater where I just was like once the credits started, I was just like speechless.
You wanted to watch it again immediately, right?
Yeah, by that point, but like at the same time, just after first watch, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like that, like that speechless. And my buddy Justin, who I saw it with, shout out to him, by the way. Different Justin, should be more precise. He doesn't usually get scared by horror movies, and he told me that he was freaking creeped out by it. And I'm like, it did the same for me. It scared the shit out of me.
It's very unsettling, especially if you guys have seen some of the behind the scenes photos of specifically Indy Navarrete, where like she has like some makeup on and it kind of makes her look creepy. And then when you think of the scene, you're like, oh my god, that's why she looked so much more creepier in the dark. It wasn't just because like she was just a silhouette in the dark. They did like some makeup on her that made her almost kind of look like a fucking goblin. and I was
Crazy.
like, maybe that's why that scene was so much more scary, and especially her crying, which unsettled me. I kind of actually got goosebumps when she was like doing that weird unnatural crying sounds. I was like, I'm looking at my friends and I'm like, bro, what the actual fuck is going on?
Yeah, which we'll talk about here in a second. But this movie's great, and I'm so far, this is my number one of the year. It's honestly that good.
Project Hail Mary for me.
Project Hail Mary ranks in the top 5 for me, but it's incredible. But
fist my bump.
Fist my bump. Amaze. Oh.
Just kidding.
Hi, Grace. Or the
Grace Rocky City Planets.
Rocky hate.
Or what about yes? Or the why is science teacher doing what is science teacher doing in space? Question.
I cannot wait for that movie to come out on physical media. That's a movie that I'm not going to watch on my TV. That's a movie I'm going to take my giant 600-foot fucking projector and and play that in a backyard.
100%, man. That like Project Hail Mary is like if you missed it in theaters, you did yourself a disservice. I just have to say it. Like that is a movie meant for theaters.
I wish I could have seen it in IMAX, but my mom doesn't like those seats where you just sit down. She prefers the recliner chairs. I'm like, God, this would have been so awesome to see in IMAX.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right. Now we're going to talk spoilers. So
all the spoilers.
All spoilers. So if any of you guys have not seen Obsession that are currently watching the stream, put the stream on watch later or just leave the stream, put it on mute, whatever you want to do. And please go see the movie. We urge you, go and see it, support it, and come back and watch the replay to hear us talk spoilers. But if you guys don't care about spoilers, here you are. Spoiler warning, you've been warned. So here we go. So this movie opens up with a diner scene where Bear is trying to practice, to confess his feelings to Nikki. And Ian is just on the side watching, and I'm like, even I was like, I had like a same response like that Ian did. I'm like,
it's very cringy.
Why? Like, it's so cringy, bro. Like, and Ian tries to give him some advice of like what he could possibly do to confess his feelings, like, do like be like playfully mean with Nikki, like call her like freaky Nikki, and I'm like, what? Like, that's terrible. Like, because like even Bear says like she's sensitive about that. So, and then Ian gives him the advice, be like, I think we should grab a drink sometime. It's like, okay, well, but even Bear says that whenever he like they have grab drinks sometimes, but she always invites Ian. So, and then Ian says that he can't ask her out at trivia night because when this movie starts, it's right before they go to trivia night at the bar. And I'm even thinking about it, I'm like, Ian is up to something. Like when I was sitting down and thinking about it, I'm like, Ian's hiding something. Like,
yeah, they don't waste any time. It literally just happens straight up, and that's what I love about this movie is that it wastes no time. There's no filler. It's perfectly paced.
Yep. And then we like after that, it cuts to the scene when Bear arrives home, and his cat unfortunately dies. Which
that was hard.
I was like, oh no! Like by that point, like I'm like, this is just sad already. Like,
yeah,
like
that grief's already striking into the movie.
Yeah, I you know what's funny? Out of all the really fucked up scenes that happen in this movie, I think the cat scene was probably the hardest scene to watch.
This is not the only thing revolving around the cat that we're going to talk about.
We'll get into that later.
We'll talk about that later as we continuously progress on with the movie.
I'm glad I'm eating after this.
But all right. So after that, of course, Bear is upset. He gets a call from Nikki later on about coming to the bar to do trivia night, and he said he don't know if he can make it. But he didn't want to tell her right away that his cat died. So like, and as they're on the call, Nikki apparently drops her crystal necklace down a drain. So he's like, okay, I'll see if he's like, okay, I'll see what I can do. So he goes to the gag gift shop, and that is where he finds the one wish willow. And I'm like, do you really think that Nikki will like this as a gift? Like, I doubt that, like, easily. Because, I mean, the clerk that he talked to, like, at this gag gift shop, that for looking for crystal necklaces, like, even the one that he found was like, Nikki would hate that. So he buys it, cuts to the bar. Yeah, so then they get some shots, and so then Nikki wants to go home. Like, she had a bad day at work. Because, I mean, even, like, earlier she tells Bear that she is turning in her 2 weeks notice. So Bear decides to take her home. And by this point, like, after he drops her off at home, Nikki literally gives him a shot to confess his feelings.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude, come on, man. You can do it. Like, you got this. Like, she's giving you a shot. Like, she asked, like, do you like me? And she said, because if you do, now is the time to tell me.
Yep.
And
So
and once again, he screwed it up. I'm like, dude, she gave you a fucking shot, dude. Like, you could have just said something.
He was just a coward.
Yeah.
He was kind of... You know, it's funny, man. I really like, obviously the two main actors in this movie, Michael Johnston and Indy Navarrete. I like the fact that if this was handled by a different writer, they would have made Bear like a nerdy kid, and they would have made Nikki like the popular, hot, rude to everybody girl. But I like the fact that Nikki is actually a very kind person. She's not portrayed as a bitch or anything. Like, she is legit a really good person, which makes it even more unfortunate when this spell happens to her. Because in other movies, they would have made her a bitch, and then they would have turned her into this obsessed thing, and people would have been like, yeah, she's getting what she deserves now and everything. But they kind of switch the roles, and you don't even realize who the actual villain is until the movie actually concludes, and you're like, oh shit. Like, that's wild.
I would even argue like about 40 minutes in. Like,
yeah, I think
it honestly becomes more clear.
Yeah, there's a specific scene that we're gonna talk about that, like, where I was unsure for a little while for him. But there was a scene that sealed the deal where I was like, oh, you're a piece of shit. Like, I was empathizing with him for a lot of the movie, and then that scene happened, and I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah. We'll talk about it here in a little bit, but I know what scene. I think I know what scene you're talking about, but we'll get there. So then he figures, fuck it, time to try it. Like, time to try the One Wish Willow. And he, of course, wishes for Nikki to love him more than anything else in the world. Break. And next thing you know, standing right outside of the door. I'm like,
That
so it did work. But like, it takes a while for Bear to catch on to the fact that it actually worked. Like, because
in real life, who would think that something like that would work, right? Like,
exactly.
I wouldn't.
Like, right, exactly. So, but I'm saying, like, us as an audience, like, we know it worked. Like, if she's standing like right outside her door like that, we already know it worked. But like, of course, for Bear, it takes a little bit for him to catch on to it. Because like.
And I like how the
ahead.
fact that it's you're all good. I like that it's also instant because there have been some reviews I've seen with this movie where a lot of people say that the obsession factor came too quickly. They wish that it was more of a slow build. And I'm like, well, no, because that's not what Bear wished for. He wished for her to love him more than anybody. That's not he didn't say, I wish Nikki would love me, but I wish it would build slowly throughout the weeks. That's not what he wished for.
Exactly.
So when somebody made that review, I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense. Like,
and it's still escalated. It is not like it escalated right away. Because within the scene that we're talking about, regular Nikki was fighting it. It seemed like she was fighting it a little bit, and eventually it took over, and then she became fully obsessed with him. So even that critique doesn't make any sense because it took time before we got fully freaky Nikki.
Exactly, because like you said, Zach, there was a couple of moments in scenes like right after Bear makes the wish that she tries to snap out of it. Like when Bear literally thinks that she's drunk, like she's like, wait, what the fuck? I'm like, okay, she snapped out of it for a second, but then now she's back in the wish.
That's why I feel, and I don't know, I haven't seen every interview with Curry Barker, maybe he's mentioned it or not. That's where it definitely starts to feel like Get Out, where like, but it's a little bit different because in Get Out, they snap out of it when they see a light, but it's almost kind of like, as you said, Nikki is constantly fighting throughout the entire film, which makes for a lot of really great acting moments, which again, if this was handed to a different writer or director, they wouldn't have added those scenes. But the fact that they added those little small details of her fighting, almost like fighting the spell, which is something that you actually might miss if you blink. But I love those little details. It adds so much more to it, and it honestly makes it even more disturbing.
And I think Indy talking about her working with Curry on each of those scenes, because it wasn't a thing of like, this was on the page, this is what you have to do. She had a lot of input in how it was executed too, and I think that helped.
Definitely.
Right. And plus, even like to go back to like the being of like the wish actually worked. Curry even said like the whole point of like, you know, like you wouldn't make that wish. Like of course, like we said, Bear didn't know that it would actually work because it's a toy. Like you would think it wouldn't work, but
you wouldn't sell this in a store for $5.
Yeah,
you could do the wish for
whatever. Exactly, Zach. Like, good point. Like, of course, like I was saying, like Curry literally said, like Bear didn't know that the wish was actually going to happen. Yeah. So, but later on, but later on, they go back to Bear's place, and things start to get a little crazy. Yeah. Just gonna put it that way. Just that's putting it lightly. That's just putting it lightly, and
that's the best way you can say it, Luke.
So they start to kiss for a second, and then boom, she snaps out of it again. Like
that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, like that loud jolt of music. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like
her screaming and everything. It was just like I was like, "What the hell's happening?"
Yeah, exactly. I was like, "What the fuck?"
I think this movie also recreates something that not a lot of people experience, but a lot of experiences, you know, with me growing up, you know, after high school, where I was always constantly going on dates, you know, trying to meet people. And sometimes I might have some good experiences, and sometimes I would have some very odd experiences. And I feel like this movie, which, I mean, it's a little bit different because Nikki and Bear know each other and they're friends. But it really does a good job at recreating that very uncomfortable feeling. I'm sure everybody, no matter who you are, everybody at some point has gone on a date where maybe there was just like no vibes and it wasn't vibing really well. And rather than having fun, you just felt very uncomfortable the entire time. This movie recreates that thing very perfectly.
100%. So then later on, Bear goes on his computer to see if the One Wish Willows actually work. And we see that there's some like reviews for like the One Wish Willow that are saying like, yes, it works, and then no, it doesn't. Like it's a collectible. But in this case, it does work. So cut to the next morning, and Bear sees that breakfast has already been made for him on the table. But he walks into the kitchen, and Nikki put the cat in the kitchen, and she said it's like a memorial, and I'm like, what? Like that's fucked up. Like that is so fucked up. Like,
gentlemen, is that a red flag or is that a green flag? Let's start with you, Luke.
I don't know about all that.
And I hope you say it's the red flag.
Because why would it not be a red flag?
Michael,
what the fuck is going on?
Michael, is that a deal? Oh, sorry, Mike, is that a deal breaker for you?
I mean, shit. They call her Freaky Nikki for a reason, man.
Yeah, true that.
I think we can all agree it's a red flag, but
yeah,
it just shows. But it just goes back into the title of the movie. It shows how obsessed Bear is of Nikki, and obviously they explain a little bit more later on as like the crazier shit goes on. But for me, and I know it's just a movie, I don't give a damn how much I'm in love with a girl. You bring a dead cat into my apartment, I'm like, hey, you see that door? Open it and walk out.
Yep.
And you don't understand why it's wrong, too? Like, it was the confusion of, I thought you would like it. What? Do you know me?
Yeah,
why
exactly.
Would
why the fuck would you even do that?
In my kitchen where I eat food.
Exactly.
But what I found very interesting is the fact that he was so depressed that he didn't even dispose his cat well. He just threw it in the garbage for her to be able to find it. He didn't bury it.
Yeah, he didn't do like a proper burial or anything.
Nothing.
Not even put it in a shoebox.
Yeah, and it just shows you how he doesn't take care of things. Like, he didn't take care of himself. The apartment throughout the movie just got worse and worse. He didn't take care of that either, and he didn't take care of that cat. And clearly, he wasn't taking care of Nikki. So, like, he was just an irresponsible person. But it does look like it came from like him being severely depressed.
Yeah,
that's probably why.
He does a very good job at it. And one thing I got to say about the apartment, it's a very small thing, but I don't know if you guys noticed it. But since I am always used to editing videos and doing sound effects, every time Bear opens his door, it's the same exact sound effect of a door opening. Literally the same exact sound effect used over and over.
Oh, yeah. I didn't catch that, but good catch.
I kept catching it, and I'm like, I know regular audience members, of course, wouldn't notice it, but for some reason, I'm like, I've literally used that sound effect for almost every short film I've done.
Well, nice. There you go. But regardless of that, after that crazy shit happens, they go into work, and Bear talks with Ian about what happened last night, and says that Nikki might be going through something, and she might need help. And I'm like, okay, that already, I'm like, dude, you know you made that wish, right? Like, but regardless of that, so after work that day, Nikki comes back to Bear's house and asks him, do you have feelings for me? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, dude, you should have made that work before you made the wish. Like,
now you want to say
it? now you want to say it like as she's standing at your door, dude. Like, you should have done that earlier on. Like, yeah. But to be fair, yeah. But to be fair, we wouldn't have a movie if he didn't make that wish. So, like, we wouldn't really have a plot. But yeah,
that's definitely an argument you can use for anything. Whenever somebody says that's a plot hole, and I'll just say, well, there would be a movie then. That's like the argument you could just use for everything.
Yeah, there wouldn't be a movie if this didn't happen, you know? Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I was saying though, he should have just said it before he made the wish.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we get to a montage that, like, you know, kind of like a meet cute scenario in a way. Also, really quick, I gotta say what's up to Mr. Milne. Says is Luke already rocking the shirt? You betcha I am. But anyways, yeah, but like I was saying, we cut to like a montage, it's like a meet cute kind of scenario with the two.
Yeah.
And then we get to the restaurant scene, and it was kind of at that point, like when Bear is actually feeling like he's kind of breaking out of his shell a little bit, like, you know, actually talking with Nikki. Even does like asking like what they would want to do, and Bear comes up with the idea of like a food critic. So does like the bread, it's like slightly stale, but the butter makes up for that shit. And I'm like, yeah, that definitely sounds like a food critic thing. But but while they're on the date though, he gets one call from Ian. Of course he ignores it. But then when he gets the second call from Ian, he has to answer it because might be an emergency.
Yeah.
He's like, what is it, dude? And he's like, so like, okay. Because earlier on in the movie, like after he makes the wish, Nikki says that her dad has cancer. And it's like, I can already call bullshit. Like you can already call bullshit right there.
Yeah.
But when Bear gets to the call, Ian says that they looked into like the medical records and shit like that, and her dad was like healthy as a baby. And I'm like, oh shit. And apparently it was even revealed that Nikki actually might have friend zoned Bear. So
one thing that I thought was weird, right? I think Ian is partly a villain in this, right? And I think part of Bear's low self-esteem and some of the decisions that he make, I think it's partly on Ian. But that scene was weird to me because you can't just get someone that's not your family member's medical records. So in my head, I'm like, he might have lied. And if it's true that Ian and Nikki were hooking up and doing all this stuff, he might have lied to Bear so that they would break up and then he can get back Nikki.
Yeah, I mean, they don't.
Yeah.
They never make it clear on who's telling the truth. I mean, there's even a point later on, which we'll talk about this character more because I think she's awesome. I don't remember the actress's name, but somebody get it for me. The one who played Sarah.
Yeah.
Megan Lawless.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Megan
okay.
Lawless. Yeah, thank you.
I remember her specifically. She had a small role in the movie The Hate You Give, which is a great movie. There's the scene later on where she talks about how, like, you know, she mentions, Ian and Nikki were hooking up, you know, the entire time. But the way people always give information, it always sounds like they're bullshitting. So you never know like what the truth actually is. Maybe Nikki actually really did like Bear and stuff, or Sarah, or like Sarah has a crush on Bear, and maybe she's just saying that because she doesn't want him to continue dating Nikki. There's never a clue truth on who exactly is telling the truth.
I kind of like how they do that, like, so they can make you think.
Yeah.
Like, I like movies that do that do those kinds of things, like where they tell you this kind of stuff, but then it's like, we don't know what actually happened. So,
yeah. Because it's always this person said this, but we don't actually see the conversation happening. So you're taking it for the word from these people that, like, you have alternative motives. Like, you like Bear. So of course you don't want Nikki and him to be together because you already see like she feels inferior to Nikki. So yeah, that's a really interesting point.
Well, there is a famous saying. I can't remember who quoted it, but they said true love is built on lies. Maybe that had something to do with this movie as well.
That's probably what it is.
Built on lies.
You could definitely make a theory about that. But
definitely, that'd be an interesting video.
But yeah. After he gets off the call with Ian, Bear goes back to the table, and Nikki hands Bear a gift, and it's she said it's a tiger's eye. And I was like, okay. And then Bear asks the question, does her dad really have cancer? And Zach put it up in the chat. Cuts to this iconic moment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, even when she was doing that, I was like, stop. Like this is fucking freaking me out right now. Like,
to all you guys, how do you guys believe that movie will go on as one of the most iconic horror scenes of all time? I mean, when you guys think of iconic horror scenes, what do you think of? Jack Nicholson breaking down the door saying, "Here's Johnny." Or like, I mean, there's so many moments you could think of. I think that scene will go on as one of the greatest horror scenes of all time.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
There's a few scenes in here that I think not only because it's a great scenes, I think that the memes and the skits and the things that people are making about it is just going to be in our minds all the time. I think people are going to be referencing things.
Yes.
And how
there
much
is another scene that we'll talk about that kind of fits into that category. So,
and I'll say two more things before we move on. Number one, how much you want to bet there's going to be a lot of girls this year for Halloween dressing up as Nikki?
For sure, that red dress.
Yeah, and number two, do you guys think from this performance, Indy Navarrete could be a good Harley Quinn in James Gunn's DC universe?
You might be onto something, man.
I don't know.
Like it could happen. It could happen, and you know what? I am not opposed.
And she's already part of the DC family, and they like to reuse actors. That's like a tradition in DC, where they'll take somebody from a TV show, put them in a movie, somebody from a movie, put them in a TV show. So it could happen. She could get casted in something else.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Rosenbaum, Lex Luthor from Smallville, had a small, tiny little cameo in the new Superman movie.
Yeah,
there you go. So maybe Indy could maybe become Harley Quinn in James Gunn's DC. We'll have to find out. Only time will tell. But but of course she goes on to like, I thought we were having a nice date, and Bear's like, we are, and she's like, well, why does it matter? Doesn't matter to me anymore. And after that, it cuts to a sex scene, and I'm like, this is the point where I'm like, Bear, you are such a piece of shit. Like,
yeah,
that's where I completely lost sympathy for him as a character. Right when I saw that, I'm like, you've lost all credibility, man. Like, I do not.
Yeah, like by that point, it's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
And then seeing her face, it felt like the real Nikki was there but couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
and I was like, this is
At that point, I'll even go as far as to say it. Bear was a monster.
In a way. But like it was like by that scene where I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck? Like, fucking why? But really quick, I want to point out a couple of Zach's comments. Funny how that goes from a freaky scene in the theater to a funny Instagram reel audio. I've even seen that scene in TikTok cap cuts. Like people using that as a meme. And I'm like it's a creepy ass scene, but like it also makes for a good meme. Like, I will say that.
Because in different contexts, it's a funny scene. Like, if you take you switch it out, you can make it funny.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
This movie's also really funny, too.
Yeah, but this is the comment I was pulling up.
Hey, who would you like to be stuck with, a man or a bear? This answers it.
Maybe that's why Curry Barker named him Bear.
Probably. He said that's not why. He said that he wrote this before that discussion even happened, but it's just coincidence. It comes out after that whole discussion.
The only Bear I know is Bear Grylls.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, good. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Michael. I also forgot to mention that this movie is also really funny. Like, the scene, like when Nikki first gets the witch cast on her, and then she's like, wait, what the fuck? And then she just goes over to the other side of the car, where Bear is. I'm like, I'm laughing, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm supposed to laugh because this is fucking creeping me out.
It's very dark
and
comedy.
It's great that scene was a mistake too. She did that all by mistake. She forgot which direction she was supposed to turn, and they kept it in the movie.
Yeah, and then as soon as she goes back to the other side, I'm like, what the like? I literally said what Bear said. Like, what the fuck?
What is going on?
Exactly, man. Like.
I gotta ask you guys this question first, real quick. What scene, minus like the gore scenes, what scene made you feel the most uncomfortable to the point where it felt too uncomfortably real?
I actually think one of them is the scene we're going to talk about next.
Okay.
That occurs next in the movie it's like quarter to 4 in the morning, and Nikki is not in bed with Bear. She's on the other side of the room, And she's like, I feel like you don't love me. It feels as much as I do. It's also mutual. And I'm like, like, what? Like, yeah, Zach even said it best. Like, the scene where she's standing in the corner watching him sleep was yeah, that made me very uncomfortable. Like,
my cheeks were definitely clenched when that scene happened. I was terrified.
What about you, Mike?
That's a way to put it.
What about you, Mike? What was probably the most uncomfortable or most disturbing scene that just kind of made you cringe the most?
Ooh, probably the game night scene. Probably.
We'll talk about that.
Oh, gee. Oh,
We'll
yeah.
we'll get there.
Right, because we haven't talked about it yet. But
yeah. And Zach's comment that I just saw pop up, we'll also talk about that later on in the stream. But I know the scene he's talking about, and that scene is very fucked up by itself. But regardless, she disappears for a second, and then we hear her scream, "Why don't you love me?" Like, and then she comes back in like with a flower pot, like covering her face. It's like Nikki, what are you doing? Like, and she's like, for Sandy, okay? And I'm like, what?
That was a creepy scene.
And then
it was so creepy.
But yeah, dude, like, my God. And then they go back to bed, and then Bear tries to leave, like, but he tries to do it slowly, so that way it doesn't, like, like he tries to move slowly. And then Nikki, yes, and that got me too. Like, yeah, I was like, what the hell is happening? And then
because I knew she was gonna do that, but I didn't expect it to be like how loud and how forceful. And because the thing is, like, she looks like she's sleeping so peacefully, and it just comes out of her. Her face doesn't change, her body language doesn't change. It's just this guttural, primal scream, "Do not leave!" And it was just trippy.
Yeah.
Speaking of body, did any of you guys at all notice whenever Nikki is like, and it doesn't happen a whole lot, it only in specific scenes, whenever she's maybe either walking forward or backwards, it's always a reverse shot where, like, if she's walking backwards, it was almost like they recorded a scene where Indy Navarrete walked forward, but they wanted her to walk backwards, so they reversed the shot to give her like an unnatural feel whenever she moves. In most movies, if that was done in a Hollywood movie, it would have felt cheap. But I think for this movie, it works very well. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I thought it was really creepy.
Yeah, for sure. But we cut to the next morning, and then so it cuts to the bathroom, and the mirrors like popped out like this somewhat. And Bear notices that his hair got cut, and I was like, and even then I'm like, what? And then he goes to Nikki and is like, did you cut my hair while I was sleeping? He's like, yeah. Don't do that. Like, and then because like Bear's about to leave for work, and then yeah, she gives him like the creepy smile, like, how's this? Like I can't even do it, dude. and he's like, not great. And yeah, even Nikki even packed him a lunch, which we'll get to here in a second. Oof. But then as soon as he gets up and looks at the door, sealed with duct tape, like
amazing.
I'm afraid
like at least 5 or 6 rolls of duct tape worth. Like,
what an amazing scene.
She must have bought like at least 5 or 6 duct tapes, because that's a lot of. And I'm afraid of duct tape now. I don't know about you guys anymore, but I'm afraid of duct tape now. If I see duct tape, I'll have a panic attack.
Is it because of that scene particularly, Michael?
Exactly. Yes.
Oh my God. But yeah, so he's able to get the door open. He leaves for work, and then Nikki just spends the next like 8 or 9 hours just standing there. Like, yeah, it stands there.
It's a perfect little, even though it's obviously not a recreation of the scene, it definitely reminded me of the scene in Exorcist where she's just standing there and she's just pissing herself. That's exactly what that scene is.
It is.
And it's very disturbing. And it's even more creepy when he comes home and like you realize she's been standing there the whole time. She's got like puke all over her, and it's like,
yeah,
This is just so fucked up.
let's backtrack for a second. So Bear's at
Oh,
work.
yes.
We forgot. So like Bear's at work. And he's talking with Sarah, and Sarah just got in like her next letter for like Luther College or something.
No.
And it's for art school, and it was I think she said it was like the second to last one, I think. And like she has like one more after that one. She got rejected. So and then Sarah sees the note that says My Little Food Critic that Nikki put on there. And it says, "What's the verdict, cat?" And I'm like, "Wait, what?" Until it cuts to the. I didn't know what it was meaning until it cuts to the sandwich.
What was your guys'
like,
reaction to that scene?
I literally wanted to gag. Like that is
rough.
So fucked up.
So terrifying. And just Sarah screaming, "What's going on? What's going on, Bear?" In the background, you can't see her. Just that made me laugh. Like I was horrified at first, but her keeps saying it and him just not be able to answer her, not realizing like something's wrong with the food, just really made me laugh out loud.
Mike, were you scared? Did you laugh or both?
Kind of both, because my first thought was, has he ever tried Chinese food? But
Oh
God damn it, Mike.
that man is.
You broke
not
Michael.
actually.
Good job.
not actually, but
Roll the credits.
not actually, but you know, yeah.
That was-
I think Mike just broke Michael right now.
that was fucking funny, dude. That was funny. But no, that scene. I remember when I saw that. I literally grabbed my friend Brandon by the arm, and we looked at each other. I'm like, God damn it, this bitch is moving out. Exactly, Mike. Exactly.
But,
that was
anyways.
rough.
But yeah, right after work, Ian asks Bear if he can take him home because his car's in the shop. And apparently now, like, Ian doesn't want Bear to be with Nikki. So then he changes because changes the subject. Like, want to come over tonight then? Like, can't invite Nikki. So Bear gets back home and he sees that on the One Wish Willow that there's a customer service number. So he calls it to see if he can, like, at first he tries to alter the wish. And I'm like, dude, really? This is what you're doing?
Yeah,
And then
that's what was crazy.
But then later on, as he's getting into the conversation, he's like, okay, then I would just like to cancel the wish then. Like, give me a cancel request. We don't do that. And I'm like, well, this is what you get. Like,
the fact that canceling it was his second priority was just
Yeah, he's
just
like,
by that
he's
point.
like,
And I'm like, dude, this is what you get, like, for making this kind of wish.
be careful what you. This is a classic. If any of you guys read this story in English class, I'm assuming you guys did. It's a classic monkey's paw tale.
Yeah, very much. So, and then while he's still on the phone, the guy that's in charge of the One Wish Willow customer service asks if he would like to speak with Nikki, and you hear this like agonizing scream.
That was so fucking terrible. That
No,
was
no,
terrible.
That was
rough-
horrifying.
Yeah, that's one of the more horrifying scenes, and it's one of the smaller scenes that people are not really talking about that much. But it's
Great scene.
that scene coupled with, I think maybe the next scene we're about to talk about is when I was like, oh, you're a total, like, I was slowly going to like, oh man, these are bad decisions, but I wasn't like he's a piece of shit yet. That scene, and then I think the next scene we're about to talk about were the ones where I was like, all right.
Yeah,
I'm
but
hopping
anyways,
off the Bear train.
yeah, but
Yeah, right.
anyways, so yeah, as Michael said earlier, when Bear actually gets into the house, he sees that Nikki has just been standing there and she's covered in vomit. And I'm like, and I'm like, as soon as like it cuts to her and the lights come on, I'm like, what the fuck? Like that is nasty. So then Nikki's like, I'll just go take a shower. And then while she's doing that, Bear asks her, did you cook the cat? Like, you can't do that. Like, and I'm like, dude, like,
He's way too
again,
calm.
this is the wish you made. dude.
He is too calm.
He was too
Exactly.
calm about her cooking his cat. Like that was the one scene I was like, dude, you should be freaking the hell out. She cooked your cat, made you eat it, and then you come home and she has throw up and shit all over her. You need to be freaking out.
Exactly.
He needs to be more than freaking out. He needs fucking mental health.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, he needs to be dealing with his mental health. He's so obsessed with this girl, he doesn't care because she's beautiful and he thinks that he loves her, which he doesn't.
No.
It's,
Right.
it's just so disturbing.
Right. And then he tells her that Ian invited him to a boys' night. Like just a guy's night. And he's like, so maybe then I'll just go. And then another agonizing scream. Like, and that one also scared me dude, that one also fucking scared me.
The sound design in this movie makes it great too, because in that scene, he's saying it, he starts talking about the boys' night, and then you hear her turn the water off.
Oh yeah, that's right. Good catch. Yeah.
Before she even screams, and then he goes and says, "I'm gonna leave," and then she just.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that just a simple sound of somebody turning water off would be a jump scare?
Yeah.
I jumped
I
at
remember
that scene.
it happening, and people in my crowd go from that part because I thought she was gonna run out there and punch him in the face. You're not leaving me.
No way.
Cory Barker is a genius. He made the sound of somebody turning the water off terrifying.
Yeah.
How do you do that? But anyways.
He just did.
But anyways, they go to Ian's house. They're at the party. I mean, and you can tell that no one is happy for Bear, that Nikki's finally with him. Like, easily. Like, you can tell that.
They're all weirded out by it. Even
He doesn't
Sarah
have any good friends.
Even Ian and Sarah are of course weirded out by it.
Yeah, even at Sarah's kind of just like, it's kind of weird how you guys are just dating all of a sudden. Like, they know, I mean, obviously they don't really say anything, but it almost feels like something very suspicious is going on, but nobody's saying anything.
Exactly.
But like, even in the car ride over there, or the car ride where they had a conversation about the party and not inviting him, Ian said, if everybody feels like you're taking advantage of her, and he's like, what are you talking about? Because if someone is going through a mental crisis, let's believe the wish didn't actually happen, and reality was that she is having a breakdown because her father has cancer and is dying, and she's having an existential crisis thing about leaving the job and not being where she wants to be. Him taking her and doing all these things is taking advantage of her at a very low point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good call.
Even if this wasn't a horror movie in a traditional sense, that would be terrible to do to somebody. If this was like a regular drama. So I think they did a really good job of that. So when you see them come together, everybody's already probably been gossiping about them for how long that montage was, and you could feel it in the room. And I think that's brilliant.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they do a really good job with that. And of course, of all things, that they're the game that they're playing at the party is Jenga. So
a weird version of Jenga. I've never seen that.
They do one where they pull the block and they have to do the thing that it says, like whether or not it's
it's like a truth or dare,
like a truth or dare kind of thing, or it's like a punishment,
Yeah.
So the guy sitting next to Sarah and Ian gets the block that says switch spots with anyone, and he decides to switch spots with Bear so he can sit next to Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
And she just gives the guy the death glare too.
Yeah.
He's like, what kind of spell did you put on her?
and then everyone, and when she continues laughing, I'm like, okay, it's not that funny. No, thank you. But anyways, so then it's her turn. Or no, I think it's it was somebody else's turn.
I think it was Nikki's turn.
No, I think it was before Nikki.
Oh, okay.
Somebody gets I think it was somebody grabbed a block and it said get Jello shots or something for somebody, or take a drink for somebody else's block. I think is what it was, and they chose Ian, or Ian chose somebody else. I don't remember which one, but regardless. And then Nikki gets her block, and she reads this really creepy fucking monologue. It's really long, and I'm like, And then everyone goes silent.
And that's one of the most
Everyone.
important monologues, and because it kind of colors the whole movie, because it kind of talks about like a brother and a sister having an incestuous relationship and how wrong it is.
Ugh.
And if she
Yeah.
friend zoned Bear and she kind of grew up with him at that point in their friendship, she probably kind of saw him as a brother.
Yeah, that's probably
So
what it is.
I never
And
thought
now
of
they're
that.
having sex and doing all these things. So it kind of defines like what is happening. The
Yeah.
willow tree, and then the little wish thing is a willow. Like it tied.
Yeah,
all
the
together.
branch like literally
Maybe-
says like by the end of it, like a love that only the branch of a willow tree could conjure. And I'm like,
Conjure.
like the way she delivers the line is perfect. But like
That's
after
the
she's
Oscar.
done,
Like if they need an Oscar reel, just that monologue alone. Here, this is why
hell,
she
I've
nominated.
even heard that Focus Features is already like campaigning this movie for awards, and I'm like, fucking do it,
Please.
please.
They've done that
Fucking
a
do it.
lot. There's so many times where I've seen that happen. I think the last time that I can think of, even though I wasn't really old enough to know about this, was when Rob Zombie did The Devil's Rejects. People were so impressed by Bill Moseley in that movie that a lot of fans of that film were actually doing a campaign to get Bill Moseley an Oscar nomination. He didn't get it, but
Of course not.
Right, but-
of course, Rob Zombie's movies wouldn't get Oscar nominated.
Right, exactly. But like with this one, I really hope they really get like the campaign that they need for awards, because this
think
movie
they-
deserves some. This movie
At
deserves awards.
least Inday needs to get nominated. At least the bare minimum, she should get nominated.
I think
Exactly.
she will. I think she will. I mean, if Amelia Perez can get 11 nominations,
Then Indy Navarrete should get nominated for best
Look,
actress.
the Amelia Perez year, everybody in the association was on coke, and then they got rid of the coke. So we can't compare every other year to the coke year, right? They were on
Exactly.
drugs.
It's like comparing apples and oranges.
Yeah, like you know. But yeah,
It's
I think
literally
getting
comparing
Madigan
apples and oranges.
Getting nominated and winning, I think is big. And I think Michael B. Jordan getting nominated and winning 2 horror movies. I think it makes a bigger chance for Indy to get nominated. We got to see
And
what
I
other
re-
performances come in.
Yeah, I really hope she does though, because that would be fucking awesome. I mean, and if she won, fuck yes. But regardless of that, so after that monologue, it's Bear's turn to grab a block, and how convenient! It says kiss the person on your left,
What a dumbass! What
and
a dumbass!
he grabs that, and Sarah is on his left, and then Nikki stands up and does that face, does the frowny face. So
Mike does it. Mike does it better.
Yeah, Mike is doing it amazingly.
yeah, I'm trying.
Dude, that was the scene where when they saw the frowny face, everybody in my theater erupted into laughter because my theater was packed.
Yeah, like it was funny, but also I was like, I'm still creeped out right now. Like
The edit of that was perfect because it was like he looked over at her, she looked at like Sarah and Bear. They kind of like look at each other for a couple seconds, and then it just cut to her in that face, and it just immediate laughter because we're like, okay.
yeah.
I was like, Bear.
So-
First of all, she's already mad that you're going to this party, and then you told her that this was gonna be a boys' party. You go there, and there's a bunch of girls there, so she already like, you piece of shit liar. And then you didn't say
Yeah.
no, I'm not kissing Sarah immediately. Almost got this girl
Again.
killed early.
Again, he's a horrible person.
Yeah, he was
Yeah, but so Nikki's solution is to go to the other side of the room and move Sarah back so that way Bear can kiss her. and then says some other pretty fucked up shit. And then
My favorite line in the movie from that part is, "I'm so sorry, guys." Blah blah blah. And he said, "You know what? No, I'm not. Deal with it."
yeah, I was like,
What's that laughing?
those constant switch offs, dude. Like the constant switch offs that Nikki does is impressive.
Yeah.
Like,
It's really great.
But then 3, 2, 1, boom. She snaps out of it again. And then
it's not me, guys.
it's not me. She smacks a bottle like across the on the table, and then boom. Boom. Like, and I think that was the scene that they actually had to edit out a couple
there it is
times.
right there.
Yeah.
The face that Mike's doing, that's an iconic, like I said, when you think of iconic scenes and shots in horror movies, the most iconic scene of The Shining, Jack Black smiling through the door. The most iconic scene from Obsession, Nikki doing that
Yeah.
face with the blood dripping down. That is iconic.
Super, like very, very iconic. But like, I think if I remember correctly, I think that was the scene they actually had to cut down. What?
And the scene we're going to talk about in the car, because that was
Yeah,
supposed to go for longer.
That was another scene that they had to go for longer because the film was not going to receive an R rating because of those scenes. But
I mean,
exactly.
Dude, I can only. They said that they had to cut down and trim some stuff. I'm like, I can only imagine what they did because there's still quite a bit. Like, what the
There
fuck?
is
did
still
you guys
a
cut
lot of
down?
shit that happens.
What, just
Yeah.
2 more times and it would have got an NC-17?
Yeah, I don't know, but regardless of that, so after that happens, Bear tries to take her to the hospital, which that obviously did not work. So they just go back home.
There's no budget.
And right. So they just go back home and they try to talk it out. And that's also that another iconic line from the movie. Like as they're having this conversation and Bear asks, "Does Nikki like me?" And she says, "I'm your freaky Nikki." And he's like, "No." He's like,
I'm
"No."
out.
Like, and he's like, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm going to the bathroom, Nikki. Can I at least do that?" And she's like, "Can you tell me you love me?" And I'm like, just fucking say it at this point, bro. Like, you're pretty much backed into a corner.
You're
like,
stuck with her. The only way she
you are
stops this
stuck
is
with
you
her.
die.
You are stuck into a fucking corner with her.
Mhm.
Out of all the
So-
things out of all the things he's willing to do, from her being under the spell, the least you can fucking do, Bear, is say I love you.
That's the one thing you could have done. Just say that you love her.
It's so simple. It's 3 words. It's even 2. Love you.
Something.
Yeah, exactly. And then they get into this other conversation where Bear is like, you need to just go home for the night, and we need to just have some space. And she starts crying, like, and I'm like, again, like, and I keep saying to myself, this is the wish that you made, Bear. This is the wish you made. And then after that, Nikki starts to scare the shit out of the bear because she does like the backwards walk, and like Michael said, it was a reverse shot.
Iconic.
It's so creepy.
He's like, Nikki,
dude.
you're scaring me. Like don't be scared. I would never hurt you. Boom. Like
The real Nikki was like, "No, I will hurt you."
yeah.
Like,
she's lucky
motherfucker,
this
you
is all
told
you
me
can
to
do.
this.
She might have snapped out of it for just a brief second after that when she was like, boom.
Yeah, and
just
then
running.
the freaking Nikki was like, "Hold on, we cannot hurt our boy."
Like, motherfucker,
He's
enjoy
like-
your stitches.
Like I'll just, and he's like, I'll just go to Ian's house. Like you can take the bed. He's like, okay. And then
Yeah.
she
thought that
comes
was weird.
back with a knife. And I'm like,
Oh,
and I'm like,
jeez.
what the hell is going on? Like what is going on?
Yeah.
And then, so cut to a scene later. They're sleeping, and then it's like 2:00 in the morning, and Bear starts to get texts from Sarah. Like she has something he needs that she needs to tell him, and if he doesn't go out to the car and meet up with her, she's gonna come knocking on her. She's gonna come knocking on his door, and it's like, you don't want that to happen, so. Just slowly leaves, and then he gets caught up again with Nikki.
What's such a weird decision by Sarah? You just saw this girl act absolutely insane in front of you, like insane. Like no one, I've never seen anyone in real life act even close to this. And you want to take her man out of the house at 2 a.m. in the morning to talk alone? And you see how crazy she is?
Nothing good happens at 2
Exactly.
a.m.
You were sitting next to her, and he almost had to kiss you for a game, and she dragged you away. Leave this man alone.
Exactly, and then and as Bear is trying to leave, Nikki is like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Just going to get a glass of water." And then it just goes from there, and he asks the question that I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
This is where he
What
lost
is
me.
wrong with you?" Like,
He lost me real bad here.
Dude, that was, and I think that was also I think that was not one of the most disturbing scenes, one of the more
Mhm.
very like heartbreaking scenes where Nikki
That was
is
this is the
talking-
scene that Zach brought up in the chat.
Yeah.
That's where I was like, well,
It's
dude,
fucking
what is going
heartbreaking.
on?
That's the most fucked
Yeah.
effed up scene in the movie. Because
Well,
it's
and
like,
the reason it's so heartbreaking because, like I said, if this would have been written by anybody else, they would have had Nikki like a bitch throughout the entire movie before she got cast under the spell, and we wouldn't care. But the fact that Nikki is legitimately a good person and she's actually a very caring person makes it so much more heartbreaking.
you know,
Yeah,
I'm not lie though.
100%.
Even if they played Nikki as like a popular girl piece of shit, at this point in the movie, I still would have felt bad for her because no one deserves to go through something like this.
No.
Like,
for
Yeah,
sure.
no way.
at this point, maybe I think because she was a good person throughout the early in the movie, I was like, damn, this is messed up. Maybe if she was like a really like a bully, I'd be like, oh, whatever. But I think at this
But,
point,
but
I'd
yeah,
have
at
been like,
this point,
okay,
you're like, okay,
This-
yeah, I'm
this has
I'm
gone
really
too
starting to
far.
feel bad.
this has gone
Yeah.
too far. It's already effed up everything that's going on. But clearly you're depressed and you're oblivious to things. But the fact that you do know that this is happening, you're having sex with this girl, you're using her body and doing all these things to her and making her look like she's crazy to everybody because you're not treating her the way you want her to treat you.
Yeah,
It was just really messed up at this point. I was like, all right, bro,
it's
gotta
fucked up, man.
you gotta
In the
die.
words, in the words of Mermaid Man, evil.
That was great to bring up. So, anyways, Bear goes to the car where Sarah is, and she tells him that well, first things first, that she got the last letter that she needed from Luther, and that's when she reveals to Bear that Nikki and Ian were hooking up off and on for 2 years,
Yeah.
and I'm like, fuck, and I'm like, dude. So that's when it becomes clear that maybe Nikki might have friend zoned Bear. Like
yeah.
that I think that's the moment where like honestly it mostly becomes clear. But at the same time though, at the beginning though, Nikki does give Bear a shot to confess his feelings.
Yeah.
But
Again, you never know who's telling the truth. That's what makes
exactly,
it even more crazy.
but exactly. So and Sarah tells Bear that he needs someone more chill because Nikki has just been acting crazy. But obviously Sarah doesn't know what's going on. So,
Yeah.
and then about like as they're still like talking, even like when she said like I was to your left, like with the game and shit like that. 3, 2, 1, Nikki comes in, and then yep, that's what happens.
I didn't even
what
fucking
makes
notice.
that even worse? It's with a brick.
I didn't
I didn't even
notice the
realize it
brick.
at first.
That was a brick.
I didn't notice it because I mean at first when I saw the movie I'm like okay it's gonna be over the top because like even if you hit somebody really hard on a steering wheel you'll get definitely bruised up and bloodied up but nothing like what happened to her
You saw what
face.
Chris Brown did to Rihanna.
Oh.
Wow, that's fucking
That's
wild.
Let me
That's
see if you
that's
can
wild.
run it, girl. I can run it. I don't know, dude. I don't know. That was one of my favorite Chris Brown songs. I had.
You pull that
You had to fucking pull that,
the
really.
barons of your mind. That's crazy.
2006 was an
But-
interesting year, my guy. But yeah,
but regardless,
I saw the freaking reels, and when I saw that it was a brick, I'm like, God fucking Lord, everything coming out of my mouth. I'm like,
The fact that
oh,
she
this is
head butted the glass is insane.
I think. Oh yeah, that's right. She did headbutt the glass, but then after Nikki kills Sarah, she goes over to the other side of the car where Bear is, and she literally tells him, "You wished for this."
Yep.
And I'm like, exactly, Nikki.
That felt like real Sarah. I mean, Nikki at that point telling him like, "You piece of shit. This is what you wanted. So here you go."
Like, this is exactly what you wanted. So,
yeah, she definitely turned Sarah into a cherry pie.
but anyways, so then next scene over, Bear's back in his car, and he has the letter from Luther that Sarah got, and she got accepted into the school, and I'm
Another
like,
heartbreaking scene.
that scene, I was like, no, like I was about to fucking cry because I was like, that is just sad. And so Bear goes back to the shop where he got the One Wish Willow, and he talks to the clerk that's there, and it is
so
like,
bad.
well, like he tells him that Nikki's obsessed with Bear, and he's like, oh, it's not so bad. And I'm like, but at the same time, I'm like, dude,
died in the theater when that happened.
but I was like, at the same time though, dude, like it's worse than you think. Like,
I have a feeling that maybe because he's not the only, because we see later in that scene, he's not the only person that's bought one. I feel like other people would probably come back to him with worse things. Like,
yeah, with worse things.
The original lady said, I wish I would die. So like that's worse than someone being obsessed with you. You just killed yourself.
Right. But I'm saying, like, but the way I was saying it was like in context of what the movie was doing. Like,
yeah.
So, but anyways, he sees that there's a few left, so he's like, okay, I'll go ahead and get these. And so he tries to use one by saying that he wished that Nikki loved him as a friend. It obviously doesn't work because he already used his wish.
Yeah.
So his next stop, go to Ian. He goes to Ian's house and he tells him what exactly happened and why Nikki was in love with him.
Yeah.
And so he shows him the One Wish Willow and tells him, like, dude, you got to be careful, man, because it's real. And he tries to tell Ian to basically say, like make his wish in a way that will negate Bear's. Like,
yeah.
And I think Ian made the right decision. He wished for $1 billion.
He's the only one that actually made a smart decision. I would have done the same thing.
Exactly, because given what Bear did to Nikki, I'm like, yeah, Bear, this is what you get. Like, this is what you get for what you did to Nikki.
I would have took
so then
he was Bear and just left town.
Yeah, and
she would have found her.
Yeah.
So then Bear goes back. So after all that happens, Bear goes back to his house and he sees that because once Nikki killed Sarah, they tried to get rid of her. And what happens as soon as he gets back in the house? Her body's there. And I'm like, why? What the fuck? Like, this is another thing that Zach brought up in the chat. Like, I was like, dude, what the hell? So then, like, Bear wants to have one. So Bear wants Nikki to try to make a wish to make this all go away. And then she's like, "Why don't you love me?" Boom. And then Ian starts knocking on the door at the worst possible time.
Dude, this works. Open up.
He's like, "Bear, what's going on?" Okay, I'm coming in. And then Nikki pulls out a gun, and then
pulls out a pew pew.
Yep. And then she shoots Ian.
Where'd she get the gun?
I don't even know.
It's like she just had it randomly.
Like the most like random Wait a minute. I actually just remembered there was one specific scene that it was back at the beginning of the movie that Ian told Bear that Sarah told him that her dad at the music shop keeps a gun in the safe.
Yep.
Oh.
And I'm like, because they go back to the music store for a second, and I think that's where she got the gun.
I'm pretty sure that's where she got the gun.
Oh,
So they went there to do something with the body. So she probably went and got the gun then.
That's probably what happened. So like when Michael, you asked that, I was like, now I remember.
Okay, I guess
now I know why.
I
but yeah, she shoots Ian, and Bear finally says that he loves her, and so then yeah, he literally says that he loves her. He confesses his feelings, but then at the same time, I'm like, dude, you still should have done that earlier. But regardless, they try. So he's like, I just need to go to the bathroom to freshen up. And so as soon as they get to the bathroom, he locks Nikki out. And I'm like, as soon as she keeps going like, I'm like, stop, just stop. So then, so he tries to use the gun at one point, so that way he can try to make the wish go away. He doesn't follow through with it. But then he remembers how his cat died. Was because of the pills.
That's right.
So he tries to use that to OD. I'm not going to actually say it because YouTube. But regardless, so he takes a bunch of them to OD, and then he tries to negate that. He tries to negate that for a second until you hear the One Wish Willow snap.
And the
And
jingle.
you don't even, and you know, it's, and I love the fact you don't even hear Nikki when she makes the wish, but you know what she wished for.
She wished for Bear to love. She wished for Bear to love her.
Yep.
And
That was awesome.
So then he goes out. They share one last kiss, and he dies. And then Nikki's about to join him, and then 3, 2, 1, she's back to normal. And I'm like, oh god! And as soon as she starts crying, dude, I'm like, oh fuck! Like now she has to live with this.
It's a great ending. It's a great fucked up ending. There are many horror movies that have fucked up endings, but never hit the mark. I mean, I'm gonna give an example. One of the best horror movies that I've recommended to Mike, The Devil's Candy. We love The Devil's Candy, Mike. That has a very fucked up ending. It is a fucked up ending, even though I wish there would have been more of it. Obsession is one of the few horror movies I've seen in the last couple of years where even though it's a very unhappy, fucked up ending, it's still one of the best endings I've ever seen to a horror movie.
Like, it's the perfect way to end the movie. Like, I actually think that I heard about this somewhere, or I think it was Cody Leach's video that helped me remember this, but apparently they were just going to end the movie with Bear not following through with taking those pills. But Michael Johnston had a conversation with Curry about that, and then that's when they added on to it.
They also had an alternate ending where Nikki kills herself before she gets to revert back.
I think
And
either
then
one of those.
I'm actually glad that I'm glad they went with the ending that we actually got.
Yeah.
I even think even if they ended the movie with Bear just accepting that this is going to be his life from now on, I even think that ending still could have worked pretty well. It wouldn't have ruined the movie at all because it's Bear realizing I fucked up. There's nothing I can do. I have to live with it. So that's something that could have still worked too. But I still think the ending to this was perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I kind of agree with you, Michael. Like, that ending would have been interesting, but at the same time, I think we're good with the one that we got. So,
yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, and that pretty much ends the movie. But I did read also that they're going to be teasing, that Curry Barker teased something for his next film, Anything But Ghosts, is going to apparently take place in the same universe as this movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
That there's going to be something that comes up on the news that, like, about what happened to Nikki.
He said it's going to be on One Wish Willow in the movie. I don't think it's going to be used, but it'll be like...
But like, it'll be a thing that's, like, brought up because if it's just, like, what happened to Nikki, then it wouldn't make sense in the context.
So Curry Barker and Cooper Tomlinson, who, of course, wrote this movie and made the movie together, they're basically going to be the new Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes. Just in the horror universe.
It could be. You never know. I mean, Curry's even said, like, in interviews that that Anything But Ghosts is not like a full-on comedy, but it'll definitely be a funnier movie because of its premise.
And he's even starring in the movie too, which is really cool.
Yeah, because I mean, even for like because his comedy skits on YouTube, I mean, he's fucking hilarious, dude.
I love. Oh, That's a Bad Idea is great, but they want you to come. I don't want to come. Everybody wants you to come. I love that skit. or the negative tip.
Yeah, or the vodka stand where he's like, "What the fuck is this? Vodka. Vodka? Why the fuck are you selling vodka?
It's the weekend.
It's the weekend, but this is illegal." Like, whoa. Do I come up to your establishment and tell you your job's illegal?
I love the negative tip one where he's like, "You put a negative tip. I mean, you said I could put whatever I want. You can't put a negative tip. I just did."
Or what about like, that's not a tip. Here's the tip. Where's the no negative number sign?
Did you guys ever watch, I never finished the show. I know it's still going on because there's so many fucking seasons. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Curry Barker's in an episode.
I actually did see that clip scrolling through Instagram of that one scene that Curry Barker is in, and he just like wants him to sign those pamphlets or
waivers.
something. The waivers, yeah, thank you. Wants him to sign the waivers, and I'm like, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it was cool to see him in that show.
Yeah. But really quick, got to say what's up to my boy Joel. Darkroom Reviews. What's going on, man?
So, Joel.
And Big Knack 007 says the lunch from Nikki. Yep. That scene, something else. But yeah, that will do it for the spoiler talk for Obsession. So we'll go ahead and just give final scores. For me, easy 5 out of 5. Like I have no complaints with this movie. So Mike,
5 out of 5.
Zach.
I'm at a 4.5 out of 5. I think just the beginning of the movie felt a little uncinematic a little bit until the wish is made, and then it really locks in after that. But other than that, almost damn near perfect.
Michael?
10 out of 5.
Broke the scale.
Yeah, if you just want to go ahead and just double that up right there.
Loved
but
this
I don't know.
movie.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say this. Like, I mean, I forgot to say, with the way that this film is directed, it feels like Curry Barker has made like 5+ movies already. Like,
yeah,
he definitely feels like a very. Why is it that all of the best film directors are either people that didn't go to film school or dropped out of film school, and the ones that do go to film school don't really do much? Why is that?
I don't know.
Makes you
But like,
wonder.
it's just the way that this film is shot, and also just with the shot composition in general, like, and plus Curry edited this movie himself.
Yeah, it's a beautifully edited film, and the lighting of this movie, which I forgot to mention, the way they light Nikki,
Lighting.
like, is almost like the same way they would light a demon in a horror movie.
Yeah.
But to speak on Curry Barker, there's actually one thing I forgot to mention. I don't know if we talked about it yet or not.
Yeah.
But the scene when Bear calls the One Wish Willow customer service, that is actually Curry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is Curry. So, in case if anyone doesn't know that's watching, the person that's on the phone is Curry Barker.
He did a great job voice acting.
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
Really do
Yeah.
that.
Well, he's like,
So
well,
what-
yeah,
so-
I mean,
so-
as long as you live. Like,
So what? She's just stuck like this?
I mean, as long as you live.
Would you like to speak to her? You know, and you can actually call that number too, similar to the Long Legs phone number that they advertise.
Here,
You can call
I
the
think they
number.
actually have I think on this Wish Willow, they actually have a number on the back.
Wishes.
Here, I'm actually gonna test it right now on stream and see if it works.
Ah, nice.
All right, so
You know the Long Legs phone number is still active, even though it's been 2 years since Long Legs came out.
Wow.
There
That's
she
crazy.
is.
The birthday
All right,
girl.
all right, so I think this is I think I got the correct number on this.
Okay.
All right,
Hold on,
try
just
it.
hold on. Just need to be okay. I just had to be sure because like I had to check the website also to be 100% sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nope. You got it.
Hold on.
You can tell from the ringtone.
Hey, you've reached the One Wish Willow hotline. Unfortunately, we're not liable for any unintended things that might have happened to you or your loved ones. That includes property damages, psychological distress, emotional trauma, extreme personality changes, deeply disturbing displays of love, bodily harm, death, or anything resembling possession and stuff like that. It's all there in the fine print, but maybe you didn't read it. Most people don't. If you need further assistance, well, I hope you can find it because there's not much I can really do. Good luck.
Well, fuck you, bitch.
That's amazing.
I didn't even plan that out to end this stream, but you know what?
That fucking
worked.
that was funny.
We got it, man. That actually worked. So
Curry has
What?
an idea of doing a mini series where each episode is a different person's wish, and I hope he does that.
It's a
I hope
great
he follows
idea.
through with that. Yeah, because there's so many possible ideas that you could do that you could use with the One Wish Willow. Like of course, like even in that scenario, like the wish like goes completely wrong. Like there's like, what do you think is like one idea? Like, what do you guys think is like one idea that you think could work? Like where someone like uses a wish and it goes completely wrong.
I think they could do something similar to, of course, the famous story, the famous cautionary tale that started the "Be careful what you wish for" thing, the monkey's paw. Where in that, maybe they could do a re-edition of that story. You know, where the family, they wish for money, and then their son dies, but then the mom wishes for her son again to come back, but then he comes back as like a zombie. Maybe something like that. I don't know. But then again, I don't know if that would really be able to warrant a full feature-length movie, though. That's more of a short film kind of thing. I don't know.
Or like an anthology episode of like that Curry Barker was talking about. Like that could be one thing that they could do. But
I would
Zach,
like
what do you
one
think?
where someone wishes for world peace, but like he does it, let's say a couple episodes into the anthology series, so the people know about the monkey paw or the One Wish Willow. So he's like, oh, something's gonna go wrong, and he keeps thinking something's gonna go wrong, and actually nothing's gonna go wrong, but he causes something to go wrong because he was so worried about it and thinking that someone should go wrong. I think that would be pretty funny.
Yeah, that would be
All right, Mike, what do you think?
I think like in Urgents or something like that, like someone is like, I really wish for something like right now, like a like say he needs like, I don't know, like something just like random from like a grocery store or something like that. I really need this from the grocery store. Snaps it. He gets it in his hands. And then all of a sudden it's like it got robbed and they figure out it's him. So he ends up going to prison or some shit like that. It's like,
That'd be an interesting one.
That actually is a good. That's a good one, man.
Sounds like a Three Stooges sketch.
yeah.
They should have done that back in the day with the Three Stooges. They really should have. But
What are you doing with that watermelon porcupine? Oh, I did a wish on the One Wish Willow. Oh, the One Wish Willow, eh? Why you? That's what it would have been like.
yeah.
Come here.
Hey, it's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere, right? And here's 2 o'clock for you.
One that I had thought about for to use the One Wish Willow as like a guy who's like very like he was like a content creator, like very down on his luck, is not really getting like he feels like he's not really getting love with like, you know, his content and stuff like that. So he wishes that he was like the most famous person on the entire planet. So, and things could go horribly wrong just from there.
Yeah, like imagine a group, like a mob of people, like going into his house, and it's almost like a zombie apocalypse or something.
Like kind of like that scene in Smile too, like where like a bunch of people are like lined up like around in Sky's apartment, and they start coming at her like with that smile, like think about someone like that could possibly happen.
That'd be fucked. Like good
Like-
old fashioned fucked.
Yeah, like I'd say fucked with a capital F. Like let's try it like that. Like that's pretty. Like that's the best way to describe this movie. Like fucked up with a capital F.
Fucked up with a capital FUCKEDUP, bro.
It'll
Yeah,
literally be
like caps to all of that.
like if someone
And
be
on
like,
top of that, Nicky might be going to jail.
if somebody were to ask me, you know, how would you describe Obsession? I would just play the chorus from that one song by Ski Max and XXXTentacion. How do you feel about Obsession? Fucked up, fucked up, fucked up. I'm like, and just have that on like a 10-hour loop. That's what Obsession is.
That's pretty much what it is. Yeah. There was a reason why when this movie came out that I did not want to take my parents to see this because, yeah, this movie is fucked up. Like in all caps.
Could your dad have handled it?
I don't know because, I mean, my dad was able to handle Hokum just fine, but Obsession is on another level. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Obsession is on another level. Like Hokum is like creepy, like much more unsettling kind of scares, but like Obsession is like fucked up to the next degree.
Yeah, because it feels more realistic. Like Hokum is like more traditional fantasy horror. Like, okay, this is probably not going to happen. But Obsession feels like if someone actually got the chance to do this, they would do this, and this is probably how it would play out.
That's probably why it is.
I think my dad could probably handle it because I did have him watch. Mike, of course, knows this movie. I did have him watch August Underground.
Oh yeah. No. I remember you told us about that.
I had my dad watch it because my dad's always hitting me up, going, "Hey, bud, did you see any new movies?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Is there anything I should watch?" I'm like, "Dad, if you like some of your violent, gory films," he's like, "Of course." I'm like, "Then watch August Underground." He watched it. He called me 2 hours later and said, and this is literally a reenactment. "Oh, hey, Dad. What the fuck is wrong with you?" That was not in a mad way, but he was in like a very angry, funny way where he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I'm like, "You asked me." He's like, "Well, Jesus Christ, Michael." That's
probably what my mom would have said to me, like after watching Obsession. Like, she probably would have said that to me because I took her to see Long Legs, for crying out loud, and then she turned to me when it was over and she was like, "That was fucked up."
Long Legs is pretty tame compared to Obsession.
It is, but
still pretty fucked up.
It's still pretty fucked up, but like that's why I didn't take her to see Obsession.
Absolutely.
Y'all lucky I can't show my mom no horror movies. She'd be like, "Nope. Nope. No.
Like my mom could barely handle Scream 7 when I was watching that yesterday. So,
what?
I mean, I find it very funny, man. I've said the same thing with my mom. Like, I show my mom some horror movies, nothing too scary. She doesn't like horror movies, but one of her favorite movies of all time is The Shining. It's like, Mom, if you can handle The Shining, I think you can handle Obsession.
Exactly. Like, yeah. But anyways, that will do it for this episode of Horror Hounds. Had a great time with these guys tonight, talking about the best movie of the year so far, and probably more than likely be the best horror movie of the year. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah. But it's not going to lie. Even though I'm super pumped for Werewolf, it's going to be some tough... And Evil Dead Burn. This is going to be some tough competition. Like, this one's going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to come within the top this movie for me.
Yeah, 100%. So, but anyways, guys, yep, like I said, that will do it for this episode of Horror Hounds. Yeah, we'll be back next week with another episode talking about our top 10 best horror movies of the decade so far. And we actually will have a special guest joining us next week. Mike, if you would like to go ahead and do a plug.
We'll save it. But
you want to save?
Yeah, we'll save it.
All right, we'll save.
Oh, I was doing the drum roll.
Well, okay. Well, you guys will get the surprise guest next week. So there you go. But anyways, go check out all these guys' channels because they're all awesome dudes. And they're all awesome dudes. So go watch their stuff. Come on. What are you doing? Go subscribe. But anyways, y'all, that will do it for this episode of Horror Hounds. Thank you once again, everyone, for watching. But I'll say, if you haven't seen this movie yet, go see it.
You will
go and see
obsessed.
It. Do it. Yes, please go see this movie. But anyways, we're going to get out of here. So thank you everybody so much for watching. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Hope you all have a great night. Peace out.